Today we're going to talk about House Bill 2467 and how it affects your Second Amendment rights. The reason this bill means a lot, and it means something to everybody, is this is one way that I see, and I could be wrong here, but I've seen it over and over and over again, and it's something that was used against me in 2001 to institutionalize me. And that was basically saying that I was dangerous, my driving was dangerous, and therefore I was institutionalized in a psychiatric ward and an asylum for my driving, which was erratic, reckless driving on private property, no bystanders, no witnesses. In fact, the police officer had to remove a small rock barricade to get to my vehicle in order to take me to the emergency room, which I thought I was going to be taken care of, which I was not taken care of. But the point here is they're redefining, after 50 years of case law, what dangerousness is in your behavior 30 days in the future. And so what that's going to do for you is you're going to lose your Second Amendment rights. They're going to infringe on your Second Amendment rights, and then you're going to have to pay the court, and you're going to have to pay all the fees, and you're going to have to learn the rules. You're going to have to hire an attorney to regain your Second Amendment rights, whether that's like I said, like through an attorney, or I think one of the processes is, and I have to go back and look, is you might have to wait 2 years in order to get them restored instead of just having them restored. So this is one of the reasons I want to see institutionalization. We call it civil commitment. There's nothing civilized about being committed. There's nothing civil about that. The only thing that was civil about it was somebody gave me half a turkey sandwich. That was it. I was institutionalized by a court order for 300 days. 300 days, think about that, it's just shy of a year, 65 days shy of a year, without an attorney, without any due process, without a right to hire my own legal counsel. I was tortured in 4-point mechanical restraints. I was forced drugged for the entire 50 days that I spent institutionalized, which is costs about 23 years to recover from all that. It's about dangerousness, and so what they're trying to do is they want everybody to be dangerous some way, because so they can medicate you. And so it's really stripping you of your due process rights for your Second Amendment. So you're not going to have any due process about your Second Amendments based on what a counselor thinks about your behavior 30 days in the future, or what a marriage therapist or social worker or psychiatrist or psychologist, or there's this huge non-uniform standard of who can strip you of all your constitutional rights. And the first one usually to go is your due process. It's your due process, they take that first, and then they take away your First Amendment rights. And then in the process of taking away your due process and your First Amendment rights, they infringe on your Second Amendment rights in the process. But I really do believe and think, by seeing the way that the culture is, that it's a way that opposers to our United States Constitution are finding ways to dismantle our Constitution, through legislation.